Okay, we got some stocks to cover today, guys. 5 in particular that are pretty oversold, and I actually just bought one of them earlier today, so we have to break down the trade I made, the other stocks I'm watching, and overall where my head's at in this market where we're seeing some red today, guys. Not in the Dow, though. The Dow's up, but every other index is down. The Nasdaq, the S&P, the Russell. Oil's collapsing, the VIX is down, so we have a lot to cover, man. Let's dive into it. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my actual portfolio updates, my trades, investments, all in real time. And if you want to be a part of my private Discord, that's linked down below on Patreon, or go to the comments, guys. You know where to find the link. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So it's about noon on the East Coast right now, and every index in the US market but the Dow is down. The Dow's up 0.9, actually almost 1%. The Dow's now breaking through 52,000. Man, another all-time high for the Dow, as the S&P's down not much, but SPY's down 0.13%. The Qs are down just over 1%, so a bigger red day for the Qs, as the Russell, just like the S&P, is barely down 0.1, 0.2%, and oil continues to drop, guys. Brent crude oil is down another 5%, back under 80. We're at $78 a barrel, and what is it? WTI is down almost 6%. So clearly the energy market, oil is pricing in that we're about to get a deal. I mean, we got the deal announcement. It's not 100% official till Friday. We'll see, how the signing goes in Switzerland, but clearly oil is pricing in the straight reopening. That's a good sign overall for, inflation coming down. Overall, a great sign for the stock market. Even though the market's down today, longer term, it's a great sign pretty much for everything, right? Nobody wanted this conflict to really drag on, and the fact that now we're seeing this deal on the table, oil's coming down, this is a very good sign. So before we get too carried away here with oil, the overall stock market, which I'm not worried about the sell-off at all, before we get too carried away, let's talk about these stocks. And the first one I want to break down is the one that I actually bought today. And I didn't buy shares, guys. I bought call options. AFRM is the stock. Affirm, which we called out, a couple days ago. We talked about it on Patreon this morning, and I finally pulled the trigger on some calls. I bought the $70 in the money calls that expire on December, I believe, 18th. We have about 180 days till expiration, and I'm not planning on holding these contracts all the way to December. If I have to, that means the trade clearly failed. But ideally, guys, I'm out of these in the next couple of weeks on this breakout, and this is just the start of the breakout on Affirm. We can see here a clear cup and handle formation on the stock on the 4-hour time frame, right? We have the cup, the handle, and now we're slowly starting to break through, and this stock's already up a good chunk off the lows, which I don't think it ever should have got down to 40, 45 a share, but it did, and now we're pushing the mid 70s. And I think it's going higher. I think we're going to fill this gap to $80, $85. Boom, like that, no problem. And clearly the momentum is building up. Just in the last couple of days, the stock's up from $62 a share now to $75. That's a 20% move. We're above these moving averages. And again, we're seeing the cup and handle setup. I think we're about to break out. And for that reason, I position myself again in these $70 calls that expire in December. And, I think if this gets to $80, $85, which I think it will, no problem, in my opinion, do your own research, I'm going to make some money on those calls. And I didn't want to go out there and buy hundreds of shares, right? I didn't want to put too much capital into this trade. It's not a massive trade for me, but I did want to get some exposure. And a great way to do that in a more controlled manner with a smaller amount of capital is with call options, right? It's not for everybody. do your own research, right? Buying calls is risky. I don't do it often, but when I do, man, I like calls, buying calls that are close to the money or even in the money, which in this case is what I did. And I like picking expiration dates at least 3 to 6 months out, which in this case we're looking at about 6 months out on this play. And I'll be out of these calls well before December if the trade works in my favor. So I like the setup. Again, cup and handle. I think we're going to break out here very soon, and I wanted to position myself before the breakout. I'm confident. I'm confident in Affirm here in the short term. And of course, I'll keep you guys updated, right? So that's number one. Number two, and by the way, Affirm's the only one on this list that I own right now. Keep that in mind. Number two is Hims and Hers. Somebody in the Discord actually called it out this morning. Shout out to you. I forget who called it out, but very good call out. I mean, look, we've all been watching Hims and Hers for a while, but it's kind of been off my radar these last couple of weeks, and now it's starting to look great. I mean, look, the stock's up almost 5% on the day, and if we zoom in, you guys can see what's going on. We have a clear ascending triangle. We have resistance at about $32 a share, which is where my alert's at. I think if we take out 32, which it kind of looks like it wants to do here, guys, in the short term, right? I'm thinking Hims and Hers could fill this gap up to about 35, 36, which was resistance back in the beginning of January. Then if that were to break, right, we can make our way back to the low 40s. But I'm not getting too excited yet for that move to the 40s. Baby steps, guys. Let's see if we can break 32 first and make the move to 35, 36. That in and of itself can be a nice 10%, 12% move for the stock. That could be a nice trade. I'm eyeing that up as well. Again, Affirm I'm in. Not quite yet in Hims or any of these other stocks, but I'm close, or they wouldn't be, on the list for the video. So great call out of the Discord. I forget again who called it out, but it looks very good here at about 31.50. Waiting for that 32 mark to break though, and we'll go from there. So a lot of these space stocks, I'm sure you've seen, have gone down. RDW is one of them. Redwire is this company, which it makes sense, right? We got a classic sell the news event. Even it started selling before the IPO, but this is not surprising. We talked about this. When we saw all these stocks, these space stocks, going parabolic before the IPO, first of all, we expected that. Not surprising. And second of all, we talked about how there would be a big sell-off either after the IPO or maybe even before the IPO. And obviously, we can't always nail the calls, nail the timing, but in this case, it just got way overbought and it started selling off before SpaceX's IPO, actually well before the IPO. This thing peaked in the end of May, and by the time SpaceX IPO'd a couple days ago, it already went from 28 down to 17. Now it's bleeding even more. So we actually got a sell the news event before the IPO, and now it's selling even more after the IPO. But I don't think that's going to last much longer in a lot of these space stocks. I think a lot of the weak hands got shaken out. The uptrend, especially in RDW, I don't know about all the space stocks, but the uptrend in this one is still holding. I like it. And as long as we can hold 12, 13 bucks, pretty much right where we are, I think the bulls, well, I know the bulls are in charge, and I think we could get another run. But we have to wait for the confirmation. As of now, look, we're down 6%. It's not looking like it wants to fully break out again quite yet. So we have to wait for the consolidation, the reversal, which might take some patience. And that's kind of why I'm not in RDW yet. But I'm watching it, guys, down. I mean, it's down 50% from highs. That's insane. A lot of these stocks are down. I think another one is LUNR, Intuitive Machines, right? That one's down from $46 to $23. Big drop, 50% drop. I think ASTS is down a lot as well. And these charts look good. They look good. We just have to wait for the confirmation. of the rebound, which we're not getting it yet, in my opinion. What do you guys think? And another one here, and by the way, man, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate you guys. I think 50% of you watch the content, believe it or not, and you don't subscribe. I appreciate you watching, but I need you guys to subscribe. We're on the way to 100K subs on YouTube and 100,000 followers on Facebook. Hit that follow button on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. As always, Walmart is up 0.5% today. It seems like whenever the Qs are down, we're seeing Walmart do the opposite, right? So Walmart is now pushing 120 bucks, and we called this out not even a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and now it's finally starting to break back into this range. If I clear the drawing set quickly, give me a second here, guys, and draw this out. You can see we momentarily fell through, let's see, $118. We got down to about $112. Now we've rebounded back over that. And honestly, I think once Walmart takes out this 180 moving average here on the 4-hour time frame, I could see this really taking off. I could see it going back to 130, 135. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. So WMT, it's probably I'm in Affirm, like I said. If I had to buy another one right now, Walmart is probably the one I'm going to pick. It's safer than all these stocks. Hims is a bit too volatile. Long term, I'm not the biggest fan of Hims. I don't know, something about it. I think the business model is a little shaky. Not going to get into that in this video. A lot of regulatory concern, scrutiny with that company. That's kind of why I got out of Novo Nordisk, which you guys remember we made a good amount of money on that stock and got out of it at the right time. But yeah, if I had to buy one, it's probably going to be Walmart out of the ones that I haven't bought yet. But yeah, all these stocks I'm interested in, man, or they wouldn't be on the list. Teladoc is number 5. Let's pull it up. TDOC, which this stock, look, it's as oversold as they come. This stock hit $300 back in 21, which, let's be honest, it was in a bubble. Look, this stock went from 20 bucks to $300 in the span of a couple of years, which is ridiculous, insane. And it's just collapsed. But, big but, this thing's starting to reverse in the short term, and we're actually approaching a major resistance at about $758, kind of where we're at now. And we have another cup and handle here trying to play out. If it takes out $780, $8, I think this thing could fly, right? I think we could arguably get back to $9, $10 a share. We could be playing in this window right here. And this probably is the most risky stock along with RDW on this list. It's not breaking out yet. Keep that in mind. But man, I think there could be upside here. Now, could it go to $300 again? Absolutely not. That's never happening in my opinion. I'm willing to bet my life savings on that. Teladoc is not even going anywhere near $300 again. But could it fill this gap to 10? Yes, I think it could. So keep your eyes on all these stocks, guys. Affirm, Hims, RDW, Walmart, and Teladoc. And of course, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk, man. This is what I'm doing. I'm showcasing my thoughts here. It doesn't mean you should go do the same. Make your own, thesis. Break down your own charts. Understand what you're doing and make decisions on that. And if I can help, if I can assist, awesome. But I don't want you guys to go out and just do what I do. That's not the best thing to do. You shouldn't copy anybody, whether it's me, other YouTubers or content creators, whatever you want to call it. Don't even copy the what are they called? The super investors, right? Trade at your own risk. Make sure you understand what you're doing. That's what it's all about. And again, if you guys want to join my private community, my Discord, be a part of it, see all my moves, see all my trades, options moves, which I bought calls today. I sold some calls yesterday. If you guys want to be a part of that, see what I'm doing, how I build my portfolio with weekly portfolio updates, it's all on Patreon, man. Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfast.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys in there. And with that being said, cheers. Have a great rest of your day.